Hey guys, so I'm not usually talking towards my webcam since this is a streaming setup. My webcam's on my right and I'm facing my screen, my monitor on my front. So I'm gonna try to talk towards you guys as much as I can, but I have my OBS to my left. So if you see me just going like this all the time, it's because I'm just checking if my recording is going well. Anyways, I wanted to talk about every single anime I've watched so far and my thoughts about it and what I'm currently watching today. So I do not know when I got started on anime, but I remember my first anime was Sword Art Online, and I kept rewatching it like several times. Then all right, I gotta watch more anime. I don't know what was my second anime, but my friend helped me get into anime. I asked him for suggestions, and he just throws them out to me, and I just watch it. So I'm gonna go through my list. I'm gonna use my anime list as a reference to tell you what I'm watching. So from A to Z, I'm gonna go through all the animes I've watched, and what other seasons I'm watched. Maybe I'll find out some new animes while I'm going through the list here. Like maybe there's a season 2 I haven't heard about, or there's a OVA special. Who knows? Okay, so in this video, we're just gonna talk about every anime I've watched. I've watched about 120 plus anime so far. Um, and I really want to expand my anime library. Yeah. All right. So I got my laptop here with all the. So my first anime, from well, not first. Let's start out with Absolute Duo. So I'm pretty much gonna say I love all the animes I've watched so far. Maybe some are mediocre to me, but overall I did enjoy watching it. So Absolute Duo, I enjoyed it. As well as one of the first animes I've watched, and it was an amazing show. I wish it had more than 12 episodes, but it was nice. So Absolute Duo is just only that's it. It's just by itself, no special, no OVAs, no nothing. Not that I heard about, but it wasn't a bad show. I loved it. I love the romance in it, especially the ending where. Oh, sorry, may contain spoilers. Especially the ending where he saves her from turning evil. Okay, next anime. Excel World. I spelled it wrong. Excel World. I loved it. Honestly, um, it's a nice anime to watch. I would definitely recommend it. I find it kind of weird that the main protagonist is a chubby fat kid. But when he goes into the Excel world, he's like a badass, rare character, and he's like tall. Not much to say about that. I loved Excel World. I watched all the spin-offs. This random little show. These were like 4 to 5 minute episodes, but I saw a meme of this anime, and I just kind of got me interested in watching it, so I watched it. I finished it very quick, obviously, because each episode was 4 to 5 minutes. So, very interesting anime. It's a comedy anime, so I had a good laugh. Okay, Akame ga Kill. I love this anime so much, dude. I've rewatched this 3 times. That's just how good this anime is. I absolutely loved it. Next anime. This one. Mama to inu. I can't say Japanese words, so I apologize if I butchered the language. I do want to learn Japanese though. So I saw that again. I saw this from a meme post. I think I'm kind of down for that, so I watched it. I loved it. Very lovely anime. Would recommend it. Alright, Amagi Brilliant Park. I spelled Anagi. Amagi Brilliant Park. Yeah, I loved it. Um, it wasn't one of the first animes to watch, but it was one of the later animes that one of my 90th animes I watched around there. So yeah, to be honest, I love this anime. The guy, he's a smart kid, high school student. Yeah, pretty much the synopsis. I love the build up to the end where they save the park. It was nice. Of course, I've watched all the OVAs and side episodes, special episodes, and another special. All right, next anime. I realize this is gonna be a fucking long ass YouTube video. So, Angel Beats, one of the best anime with the best music I've ever seen. Very emotional. Again, I love this anime. I love all animes. I'm gonna stop saying that. I keep every anime. I'm just gonna search it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna love it because I truly do love it. It's a good show, amazing story, and Angel Beats, amazing story because it got me to cry in the end. I shed a tear when all of them had to leave. Blue Exorcist. Fucking, I can't type. Ow, no Exorcist. This anime is amazing. It brought me into the world about exorcism, and I watch other animes like what is that called? Twin Star Exorcist, and it brought me into the world of exorcism and Japan culture. That one guy that's the creator of exorcism, and yeah, amazing anime. I loved it, and it came out season 2, which I didn't know, and I actually watched it. I didn't know season 2 came out, and then when I watched it, I'm like, oh, I'm in love again. I love this anime. It has a movie, has 2 OVAs, and 10 specials, which I've watched them all. And I skipped this one. Ansatsu Kyoshitsu, Assassination Classroom. Dude, this anime is amazing. I love how each student has a main role, like it has a character to them, So there's 2 movies. There's 2 seasons that I know of. A movie, an OVA, and then a side episode, the questing. Amazing anime, 2 seasons. Go watch it. I love it. Avatar. Avatar, dude. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender. I never watched it before, so I was running out of anime to watch. I was finishing up all the ones I had to watch, watch list. So I finished my watch list, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I need an anime to watch. So I was just scrolling through the all types of popular animes to watch, and then I just realized I never watched Avatar. Other than the fact that I played the PS2 game, and I saw a couple episodes when it was on TV. So after I stopped watching TV, I never actually watched Avatar. So then I just got around to finally watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I can't speak. I finally got around to watching the Avatar: The Last Airbender. All right, next anime, Black Bullet. So I told my friend I watched this anime, and he told me he didn't like it because it has a bunch of lolly little kids. I'm like, dude, it's a good anime, man. So just watch it. I enjoyed it. Has a nice vibe to it. Yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. It's kind of weird that there's a bunch of little girls in there, but Next anime, Black Rock Shooter. So funny enough, when I used to play Elsword, I was in a guild called Black Rock Shooter, but I never actually watched anime. I knew it was an anime, but I never watched the anime. So I finally got around to watching it, and it was kind of weird when I first watched it. But as I kept watching each episode, it built up the plot, the storyline for me, and then all right, I'm digging it. So this anime, right? Blend S. The only reason I heard about this anime because everyone was making a meme of the intro song. Sweet, smile, statistic, service, blah, 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 right? I'm like, what? Where is this coming from? So eventually I finally got around to watching it. It's a nice, cute anime. where she has nice, cute anime with with some comedy. Her face makes it look like she's like evil looking. My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero. So the third season came out recently. Uh, Very amazing anime. I love this show. Like I watched the first when I first started watching it, I was like a little late into it. But when I started watching the first season, dude, I just kept clicking episode after episode after episode. And then as season 2 came out, episode after episode. I'm like, oh shit, there's a season 3? Hell yeah. Fucking, I just wait for it finished, and then I just watched it all in one day. Amazing anime. Would recommend. Brave 10. So Brave 10 was the type of anime that I was running out of animes to watch, right? So I just kept scrolling through the list. Then I kept getting to the bottom of the list, like page 50 of fucking animes. So this is like one of the mediocre ones. No offense to the creator. I only say mediocre. To my definition is that I watched it once. That's good enough for me. It's not something that I will rewatch again. So this is one of the animes that I would not rewatch, but I'm glad I did watch it. It's a very strange anime, so very strange characters, but it does build up. It does have a storyline. It's a good thing to watch once, but not something I would watch again. So, all right, Bungo Stray Dogs. So I just heard that season 3 is coming out. I think. Yeah, season 3 is coming out. Well, not it's coming out. It's already out. The day I'm recording this of April 18th. So season 3 has came out. I'm like, oh shit, I'm excited, man. Season 3. So when I watched the first season, amazing. When I watched the second season, amazing again. Built more depth to the character, and built more build up to his abilities, right? So to more better control it. Next anime, Buso Shinki. This was one of the very first animes I watched. So Buso Shinki was tiny little robots that come to life and they battle. So very strange anime. But I did enjoy it myself. There was a movie that came out, so I watched that. That's pretty much it. Alright, next anime. Buso Shoujo, or whatever the English word is. Armed girls. Yeah, armed girls. So, I had weird thoughts about this anime. The girls were like very weird. They had like different contests, and then the president, was she the president? Or rather, this girl knows him, right? So they known each other, and his build up was like only to beat her, right? So that was the plot storyline. In the last episode, they do fight. So, pretty good anime. We're back. All right, sounds at work. Again, I watched it only for the meme. I saw a meme on it I saw an anime meme that was very fucking funny. So then I'm like, all right, let me just watch it. So it's based off a book that someone wrote, but my friend told me it's not exactly true what they say in here. Some of the stuff is like made up just to fit the storyline to make it an anime. So yeah, very interesting. Charlotte. All right. The thing about this anime, when I first came across it, I watched the first episode, didn't like it, so I tucked it away. But then I came back to it, right? Because I heard that the main character is actually some super powerful guy, like super OP, overpowered person. I'm like, are you sure? All right. So I just kept watching, right? I watched the first episode again, watched the next one, watched the third one. Then the story kind of built up, right, around the main character and all the other people he meets, right? And I kept watching, and then I got to the point where he met his brother, and he explains his hidden ability, and then in the end, you actually do see his powerful abilities. Like he shows off his abilities. So it is very emotional anime because the creator is the same creator as Clanad, and I'll get to Clanad in a second. Actually, Clanad is next. Fucking Charlotte Clanad. Okay, so it's the same creator as Clanad, author, whatever it's called, and he did a wonderful job for the ending, for the main character and the girl. They have a very loving relationship, and I was kind of sad in the end. I won't spoil what happens, but it's a very sad moment. So this anime, normally I would not watch this anime because of the art style. It's kind of old. I would not watch this anime, but my friend kept insisting that I watch Clanad. Every time I would ask him, "Hey, you got any anime recommendations?" He's like, "Clanad, Clanad, Clanad." I'm like, "Can I get some action anime?" "No, watch Clanad." I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell." So it took me like a couple months for him to actually convince me to watch it. And then I did watch it. And then I finally, I buckled down, watched episode 1, 2, 3, keep watching episode 20, all 23 episodes for season 1. I'm like, all right, now that I watched episode 1, there's a season 2. I gotta watch season 2. And I'm fucking glad I watched Clanad. All right, it made me cry. I literally had tears falling off my eyes. I had tears falling down my face, and I'm glad I watched it. Fuck you for consistently telling me to watch Clanad, but I fucking finally watched it, okay? And I'm glad I did. If you guys haven't watched it, you want a tearjerker anime, watch Clanad. And then watch Charlotte right after, because it's the same author, and they both made me cry. This was definitely a weird anime for me to watch. Yes, there is nudity. They do show her boobs in this anime. And the plot is kind of funny. Her powers are powered up by his sexual thoughts, which I kind of thought was funny. And in the end, their love for each other saved each other. So, good anime. Alright, How to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon. Fucking amazing anime. I love this shit. I love the side series too, where it features the other girl, the girl that he looks up to, the one that saved him in the first episode from that monster beast, whatever. But yeah, I love the plot. Gods come down from heaven and then try to live as humans, right? And then they form clans. Is it called clans? They form families. So, what's her name? Hestia. She does not have a family or any children. So, Bell Crano is her first children, and he does everything for her. And then Hestia falls in love with Bell. There's a nice relationship going on there, and then in the end, you see that her love for Belle shows. It comes to light what she does. So go ahead and watch it, and then watch the side series where it features the other girl. Yeah, very amazing anime. All right, next anime, Darling in the Franxx. So this was one of the recent animes. Like when I was browsing animes, one of the top animes that was being released was this, and I was like, wonder why this is popular. So I was like wondering, why is this popular? Like, I get it. I was like confused why it has mecha robots and romance put together. So I was like, okay. So when all the episodes finished airing, I got around to watching it. And then I'm like, oh damn, oh damn. And then it got to like him and her, and then it showed their past story of how they met. I'm like, oh dude, I can't get enough, man. My heart, so emotional. Yeah, so amazing fucking anime. Great story, great plot, great romance, amazing. All right, next anime, Data Live. This was one of the first animes I've watched. One of the first few animes I watched. I wouldn't say it's bad, but there is a season 3 that I haven't watched yet. I love the movie that they had. This was one of the most recent animes I've watched as well. Death March. So again, it's just another one of those main characters who has OP powers and is surrounded by harems, by girls, right? It's a harem anime. So not much else to say about that. Denpa, I cannot type. Kiyoshi. This was also one of the first animes I watched. Very very funny show. So the main character has a disease called YD, which practically means he only does stuff that he wants to do or yearns to do. So as the storyline says, he wanted to build an anywhere door, and to do that he had to study physics, learn math, right? And that's how he wanted to build it desperately, so he had to learn physics. And now he's like god of physics, right? But in his off time, he's a neat. He only does anime stuff. He reads manga. He has a forum post or some shit. And he only cares about his ranking. And my fucking nose is just why next anime? Edo Manga Sensei. This was funny to watch, dude. I don't know how I'm gonna go through the rest of these anime by giving my thoughts on them. I'm the type of guy that just enjoys watching them. I don't have any thoughts on like whether it was good or not. I just enjoyed it. Same thing like music. When I listen to music, say, hey, do you like this music or this type of genre? Like, I don't really like saying that I like it, but if the music's good, I'll listen to it, right? Yeah, I just enjoyed watching this anime. Fairy Tail. Love it. Every Friday, I would just fucking wait for the episode to come out and I would watch it, right? And season 2 ended, and I heard about how season 2 ended because the creator wanted to take a break and work on other anime. But now season 3 is finally out, right? Season 3 is finally out. Yay! And now I'm just waiting. Like I always do, I always wait for the season to finish, then I watch the episodes. But I know that season 3 is gonna be like 100 episode plus. If it's the same as season 1 and season 2, it's probably 100 plus episodes, right? So that's 100 weeks, man. That's gonna be a long fucking time. I don't know what episode season 3 is at, or the final season, but I'll definitely be waiting to watch all that. Next anime, Food Wars. So I recently started watching this. It was a fucking amazing show. It was one of those animes I just kept watching the next episode after next. Like, where's the next episode? Right here? Alright, let me watch that shit. So now, season 3 is like only half finished. So I'm like, fuck, are you kidding me? Only it's half finished? So now I just gotta wait for it to come out now. It was finally getting to the interesting part too. Full Metal Alchemist, bro. Full fucking Metal Alchemist, dude. So I always wanted to watch this anime, but I couldn't figure out where to start, right? Because there's different types. There's the old season. There's the old series that's only like 50 episodes. And then Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, people were telling me is more based on the manga version. But I'm the type of guy that kind of want to watch everything. But I just left it at Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Just watched that only, and then I'm glad I finally watched it. Amazing show. So, weird anime. Again, he has powers, and he's like the OP guy with 2 powers, and apparently those are the best abilities. To get the fire element, it's like 1 in 100. To get the lightning element, it's like 1 in 1,000. So, and those are the top 2 elements. And he just so happens to get both. Season 3 came out. It didn't really had a good ending to it. That have a fulfilling ending. Is what I mean. So I'm just hoping it finishes with a good ending. Next anime, Gakusen. Alright. So this anime, not bad. It is an anime I would rewatch. Actually, I think I might rewatch it again once I run out to things to watch. I love this anime. It's a swordplay anime, and I like fighting anime with swordplay. Good anime. So this anime, right? This is it had a different picture where it used, and the girl did not look like the girl in the actual once you watch the anime. It had a different look. Like she looks like this, right? This is what she looks like. That does not look like her. It has a completely different image. But whatever. I enjoyed the anime. No, it was about gamers, and I'm a gamer. But if you read the comments on the anime, people were criticizing that dude. This is not what gamers are. Get out of here. Alright, Gate. I recently finished this anime like about a month ago. And then when I saw the intro song, I'm like, dude, I've heard this song before, but I've never known where it came from. So I found out it came from this anime. So I was like, wow, okay. The first couple episodes took me a while to get into it, but then I just kept watching, kept pushing through, and I'm glad I did. Very amazing anime. Watched the second season. Very amazing. Things get a little tough out there, and yeah, overall I enjoyed it. God Eater. Fucking weird. It's weird. Their swords are so like ridiculously weird. I learned that in the end. When you see the ending episode, I kind of thought it through. Right, he used too much of the sword's ability, I think, and it kind of overpowered him. So he was about to turn, but for some reason it went away. For some reason, and I kind of have to rewatch it again to explain it. But it was very interesting anime. The big ass swords were kind of weird for me, so it's like what the fuck. Godzilla, 3 movies. So I kind of like the concept of Project Monarch. So when they released the movie Godzilla, not the actual English movie, Godzilla, and then King Kong, Skull Island, there were movies based on Project Monarch. So and then there is gonna be a movie coming out where all the monsters reveal, but I don't know how they're gonna fit all those monsters into a 2 hour and a half film. And the greatest monster of all is Ghidorah, which is Godzilla's equal, I think. But when the third movie for this anime series released, they finally showed Ghidorah, and they made him too overpowered, dude. They didn't actually make him look like Ghidorah. He was like another being from another world, and then their physics didn't matter because he doesn't obey their laws of physics. So very interesting how they display Ghidorah in the third movie. Grand Blue. What the fuck was this? Oh, right. I didn't know it was a diving anime, but it didn't really matter because when you watch the first episode, or first couple of episodes, or actually when you watch throughout the entire anime, it's all about him getting drunk. So I found that very hilarious. But yeah, I enjoyed this anime. They teach you some lessons about diving and the precautions and safety and dangers about diving if you don't actually do the hand signals right, or you tell them, or you have to, like, if you use too much of your air tank, and you're running low, you gotta go back up. Just because you run out faster doesn't mean you put yourself in danger. Next anime, Grimoire of Zero. So this was one of the animes I was like browsing. I ran anime and I needed something to watch. Then I came across this, and I'm glad I did come across this. Very good anime. I don't know what else I can say. You just have to watch it yourself. Sorry. So this type of anime was very interesting. It was split into different types. Like you see here, there's Goizia no Miku and Kaijutsu, and then it's very split up. But I don't know. It didn't feel like psychological to me, but I enjoyed watching it. Next anime, Guilty Crown. Oh god, it's fucking weird fucking anime, dude. All I can say is the main character is a pussy ass bitch. Okay? He's a weak ass mofo who has a girl with a fucking badass sword, and he can't use it for shit. But in the end, he still wins because he is the main character. That's all I gotta say about this. Gurren Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. I know it's I love this anime. Actually, yeah, I have a poster right there. You can only see his face. But I love this anime. It's amazing anime. It's funny because their intro song that they use, you know when they play a song before a fight, something epic is gonna happen, and they keep playing. Just to say, they have a lot of epic moments, right? An epic fight is about to happen. Cue the music. Like, oh, you know shit's about to get down. This anime is like a realistic version of like SAO or Log Horizon. You get into a world, there's monsters, you kill them, earn gold, right? Instead of like, no, you kill a monster and then they splurt out gold. You know, you have to steal what the goblins have, right? The goblins steal stuff, and then you kill the goblins to steal their stuff. So this is what this anime feels like to me. A very realistic version of it, and I enjoyed it. There are sad moments in this anime. People do die, and there's a little bit of romance, like a very tiny bit of romance. I forgot how this ended, but I would recommend watching this. If you watched like Log Horizon, I would recommend watching this next. It's like a realistic version. I don't know why I watched this, but I did, okay? So, Hajime no Gyo. I don't know why I watched this, but I did. Did I just slur my jish? I don't know why I watched this, but I did. Maybe because they had big boobies, but whatever. I watched it. Next. Oh god, maybe this is also the same. I don't know why I watched this, but maybe because they were all in bikinis and I would see some boob shake. But surprisingly, I did not care for that when I watched this anime. I literally cared about them playing volleyball. That's all I cared about. I didn't care if they had sexy bikinis or cute bikinis. I didn't care if their boobs shake when they jumped up and down. I literally just enjoyed them playing volleyball. That's it. Nothing else to it. Yes, they did have some ass shots like they do in Resident Evil, like the butt cams. But I literally, when I watched this anime, I was more interested in them playing the sport and building up the connection between Haruna and the girl, and them actually having the competition to win. Yeah, I was more interested in that, surprisingly. Next anime, Hataraku no Mao Sama. So interesting anime. The devil loses his power. Now he's works as McDonald's. But he still has his powers. But so the devil loses his powers, right? He's in Earth. His power, well, he doesn't lose power, but his power is like very weak. And then there's girls like this who are trying to kill the devil. He finds out that he's like, "What the fuck are you working a part-time job, you motherfucker?" So yeah, they're just trying to lead very normal human life. Very interesting to watch. High School of the Dead. Surprisingly, it took me a long time to watch this. I let's just say I watched it like 2 months ago. That's when I literally started watching this. I'm not really much into horror, and the zombies were like, yeah. But the character build up, like each episode, it skips randomly, right. Like they'll be here, and all of a sudden next episode they're here and there. Uh, that one scene where they got drunk, it was very funny to watch. Don't blame me, but okay. But I did watch this anime, okay? Don't you dare look at me like that, okay? Don't you dare look at me like that. You probably watched this anime too, okay? You probably watched the uncensored version as well. There's one of the seasons that doesn't have an uncensored version, but it's uncensored anyway. So I know if you watched it, I watched it, okay? Don't be talking shit. Oh, I never watched that anime, no, bro. I watched it, and that to me, I actually enjoyed the plot of this anime. Not plot, but plot. Okay. I enjoyed the anime. I actually wanted when season 4 came out. I actually wanted to see him fighting with the other dragon. So I really wanted to see that, but it didn't happen. So fuck. All right, this anime Himoto Umaru-chan, fucking funny as hell, dude. She's this girl that's cute, smart, top of her class, an athlete. Then when she comes home, she's like a fucking this thing. And all she cares about is games, anime, and all this other shit. I'm like, oh, are you for real? But yeah, I love this anime. Very cute, very funny. Definitely would watch it again. How not to summon a demon lord. Same thing. I just finished watching this anime, probably around the same time, 2 months ago. Very interesting. It's one of those animes that's just harem comedy, overpowered guy. Pretty much it. That's all I can say about it. So 100. I watched this a while ago. It's been a long time since I remember what happened here, but let's see. Just read the synopsis. Yes, I remember that the weapon is 100. Survivor Savage Deck. Just one of those school animes where they go to school, learn to improve their hone and improve their abilities, and yeah. And then the girls around them like, what the fuck? You're weak as fuck. Let me show you how it's done. Hunter x Hunter. I've rewatched this 3 times. That just does show how fucking amazing this anime is. I love it. I love their songs. Everything's great about this anime. Would recommend for you to go watch it. It's about 70 episodes. No, 148 episodes. Oh shit. Why the fuck did I think 70? Alright, next anime. I forgot what this was about. Oh, yes. All of them are in a club, and they all have powers. I forgot what they use their powers for, but I guess they do it for good. But, interesting anime, to say the least. This was one of the first mecha anime I've watched. Very interesting. Has romance in it. Usually all the robot machines can be only females can use it, but for some reason a guy just suddenly is able to use it in this anime, and he becomes the main character. And he's also the younger brother of a girl who's famous for her skills using the robots. Oh my god! Ah! But yeah, again, it's a horror anime. He builds up a relationship with each girl, and yeah. All right. Is this a zombie? Very weird anime. This girl here is overpowered, but she can't speak because she's so overpowered that her words itself can kill someone. So, all right, isekai. The dude dies. God accidentally kills him. And as an apology, he gets sent to another world where he gives him the overpowered stats, and he gets to keep whatever he wants. What he asks for is, "Can I have my phone?" Are you kidding me? your usual anime, just like the Death March anime. He's surrounded by girls. He's overpowered. Blah blah blah. There all there is to it. I enjoyed watching it. Our next anime, Juni Tyson, or rather Zodiac War. So 12 people are selected to be Zodiacs, and then they have this war. Next anime. I haven't watched this, and so this was again one of the first animes I watched. Fuck, I scratched my nose. God damn it. This was one of the first animes I've watched. Very weird, very interesting. They fight dragons. I probably have to rewatch it again because I forgot what happened here. Because I've watched it only once, and then I never watched it again. Alright, K. Oh, that's it. K. K. I love this anime. K Project and K Return of Kings, the second season. Dude, I just can't begin to describe how much I love this anime. There are kings who wield this sword of Damocles. I don't know how to say it, but each king is like a clan, and then people join the clan based on power, and then receive power from the king. And there's supposed to be 7 kings, right? But the 7th king, I don't know if the 7th king was revealed. But the main positions in power were the blue king, the red king, and they're featured a lot in this anime. I think in the second season, then a 3rd king comes out. But then one of the first king was the gold king and the silver king. But amazing anime, I love it. It's like one of those zombie animes, but not really, just infected people. And this guy uses his engineering skills to make a weapon, right? But then he meets this girl that has like badass sword skills. Very interesting anime. They do develop a relationship together, like a romance type of thing. And yeah, this is just one of those animes where the guy saves the girl, does anything he can. Alright, this anime, I love this anime. At first, I was like, what the fuck, this is so weird. But as the more I kept watching it, the more I kept loving it. And then season 2 came out. I was like, oh hell yeah! So I just waited for all the seasons to come out. All the episodes come out. Watched it, loved it. Now I just want more, dude. It took me a long time to get started on this anime, but I'm glad I actually watched it and I finished it. Lots of fight scenes, and very very amazing. Cause it was a movie anime, right? So I had to spend 2 hours to finish it, but I'm very glad that I did watch it. Cause Naiver. The only reason I watched this anime is because when I still had Loot Crate box subscription, this was featured in one of the items, so I kind of just bought it. I kind of just I paid a year subscription. Then when it came, I was like, what the hell is this anime? So I kind of watched it, and then I'm like, oh, it's very weird, but very interesting as well. Next anime, Knights. Dude, this was one of the best animes I've ever watched, where the kid gets reincarnated. Well, he was an adult, but he gets reincarnated as a kid, and as an adult, he collects Gundam's figurines. So when he actually got reincarnated to a world where there's robots, he was like, oh, dude. And then he grew up studying robots and shit. I'm like, oh, dude, it came in an amazing anime. I just kept clicking episode after episode. I was kind of disappointed there's only 13 episodes because I wanted more. Yeah, amazing anime. Next anime, Kobayashi. Why did I hit? So, I don't know why I watched this anime. I guess it was because of a meme. I think I saw a meme where Kana was eating random shit, so I kind of watched it. It's a very funny anime. I like how every time she cooks for him, for her, she cuts off a piece of her tail to eat. That was so funny to watch. Subarashi. All right. Did I watch the second scene? I think I did. I forgot how I got started on this anime, but very funny anime. It's very funny indeed. I like the scene where her, like the fire wizard girl, explosion. I love this anime. Kotora-san. So this was one of the first animes I've watched. One of the very first few animes I watched. I think it was short episodes. I don't remember, but she has ability. I think ability to read people's mind. So they would always mess. I think one of the guys had like 30 dirty thoughts about her, and every time she would read his mind, he's like, "Ah, what are you doing?" Just like her face right now. Like, "Ah, what the fuck? Stop having little thoughts of me." So I'm gonna leave it here. I'll come back later. I'm gonna start my stream now. So, peace.